to the first ever episode of Jomboy and Jake Radio in March of the year 2022. March 2nd, 2022. What a year. What a day. What a time to be alive. Is this the most exciting thing happening on this YouTube channel today? Wrong. No.
So if you have limited time,
save
it.
Bow out. Come back at 7 Eastern. Jake puts his belt on the line. You nervous?
Hi. My name's Jake Storielli, and I'm the current Bino champion of Jomboy Media.
Are you a little nervous?
This damn mic so high. You know what I'm not.
Wow.
You know, I know you tweeted out the league standings today, and I had one loss in the regular season, and it was a big defeat, which was some real humble pie. And it's kind of like, you know, the Bino gods can kick in when they want. And especially with the first round being games to 3 against Zach, an opponent that gave me my second hardest game in the regular season. I know I'm a little bit at the mercy of the Bino gods. I've done everything I can do game-wise, fashion-wise, training-wise to get to this point. I got a tough bracket. Easily the hardest bracket of the two.
Well,
so I don't know. I'm just going to play my game.
Kyle beats you, so don't you think my bracket's harder?
I have us in the same bracket. I have 2 brackets.
Well, same half of the bracket, but different paths. I have a harder path than you do. You're you.
I'd rather play Kyle over Zach.
But I have to play you.
Right.
I have the hardest path.
Oh, that's interesting.
Me and Kyle have the hardest path to the championship.
Because I'm nasty.
Or Zach does. Me, Kyle, or Zach, hardest path to the championship, I think. Because you're in our side.
Guess kind of nice to just...
Sorry about it.
We just know we can't get you 2 in the finals a third time in a row, so that's kind of nice.
Can we bring Jolly in here if he's around? I know he's looking to do something, but
do we have a mic for him over there?
No, just like a quick question.
I can grab him.
I want to explain the Bino stuff to the chat. Zach, all-time bug eater stuff.
Unless you already left.
Because you're waiting to come back.
Saving your time for later.
Zach, it was locked from the last Bino Belt tournament. Zach, do you want to come here and explain yourself?
Why don't you share this mic with me, and we're going to get Jolly Olive in that mic.
Yes. So Zach and BBD.
Do you want to stand or lap?
Were locked because of their performance in the last Bino Belt tournament.
BBD is going to fucking slaughter me.
Now, that didn't matter what Zach's record was at all. He was in the tournament.
Yeah, I don't feel good about it.
And, Jolly, do you want to come in here? And
if you guys want to copy
and that means that you could potentially mess with... And Sam, can you get in here? You could potentially mess with the results of everything.
Share the chair.
So what happened was, Sam, do you want to come in here somewhere? Yeah. Zach placed out of 12 teams. He placed 10th.
I think so, yeah.
Meaning that spot would usually get relegated. 10, 11, 12, because Zach was locked. Jolly's getting relegated. And you finished 9th, right? Yeah. So are you mad at Zach?
Will I get a chance to speak my side on this? Or is just
after Jolly?
Okay. I can wait.
I want the record to show that I'm not mad at Zach. Zach simply is benefiting from the... Closer? Yeah. Zach is just benefiting from the league system. So I'm mad at the league system personally because Zach got 1 win last tournament and that just kind of locked him into everything. Granted, I started 0-7, so I probably should have played better and I just won out my last 4. So I very could have easily made it in. So I'm not mad at Zach. That's my thing.
You had a great season.
He said he was losing on purpose just to fuck someone over.
I didn't.
You don't have the mic yet.
They have their.
Okay. You were being in the tournament.
We have. So now, are you mad at him about that?
I'm a little mad at him now.
Okay. And
that's tough.
And not only you're relegated. So are you going to go into the minor leagues with gusto and try to win your way back in, or are you going to pout about it and like kind of just lose down there?
Just kind of be bitchy about
I think I've figured out Bino a little bit more in like my most recent games, so I feel good about it. I'm gonna go in with like a nice refreshed.
Okay. One more question for Jolly, and then I'll let Zach maybe have his turn after Sam.
Great.
We might be losing time on your turn, Zach.
In the minor leagues, there's a game. It's Hoodie versus Tom D. One of them will be promoted. Do you have any interest in who you want to stick around in the minors? Because they'll be your competition for relegation next season, naturally.
I haven't scouted the minors enough because I didn't think I was going there. Case in point, right here. I would say I think I want Tom to stay because Tom seems like the kind of guy that he would let me win because he feels bad for me. Hoodie not so much. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Jolly. Now Sam, on the other hand,
Sam has a turn.
Before Zach, Sam has a turn. His turn is
he'll have
in
a
lieu.
turn.
Sam, you would have been in the tournament tonight as the 8th seed playing Jake in the first game because you finished 8th. Now, as I know it, you're kind of relieved. You think you have the best result. You don't have to be on the live stream, plus you don't get relegated. Is that true?
I do feel pretty special that I was the one person to do good enough to stay. Or did good enough to stay, but not
did well
quite
enough
good
even.
enough to make on the
Can
stream,
you bring
which
up the
wasn't
standing
really
visuals
my
for them?
goal.
Trying.
I can do it over here.
Oh, if
And
you could, drag it over.
I'm glad that I don't have to play Jake, to be honest. I don't think I would have won.
I think now we've got time for Zach after Sam said she didn't want to play me.
Okay. First of all, very sorry about how things turned out.
Oh my God. He's
I did
won the
not
crowd
mean,
back.
I wanted the whole season. I was kind of playing like, oh, I'm locked in. I don't really have to do too much. I don't really have to try. But now I feel bad that I didn't really try as hard as I could have. Didn't put my all out on the field. And it shows in the standings, and I hurt people in the process, and I don't love that.
If you go on to beat Jake in round 1, which is a little bit of a wild card round, if anyone that watched the last one remembers,
It's going to be
Games
real
to 3.
the game it's 2 games to 3, and then if it goes to a tiebreaker, it is if it goes to a tiebreaker, it's a 1-goal wins, a sudden sadness.
Jake and I kind of got in each other's head a little bit our last game we played.
A lot of it.
So and it was a really close game. Came down to it. You won ultimately, but if it was a best of 3, I don't know where we would have stood in that game.
I told Zach after we played, I don't want to see him in the tournament. And then I think that may be where his losing crooked ways kind of started.
Yeah.
Because he knew he could be wherever on the bottom of that bracket and get the 8, and I was on a clear path to become the 1. So I think it's mental warfare intentionally on myself, Jolly, and Sam. Sam has dealt with it well. Jolly and I.
Do we think he's that diabolical though?
The question is Zach diabolical? We'll put a poll in the chat.
That's really
Yeah.
the people we
That's a
should
good
be
poll in
asking.
the chat. Okay.
That's not my intention.
All right. So,
Everyone fill out their bracket.
Yeah.
yes, if we could fill out brackets. Joe's will be commentating. Joe's is also squeaked in. Now, Joe's, I don't know how deep we want to get, but Joe's was not in the tournament, and he was going to be so sad.
He won
And
some last
then
games.
the commissioner of the league set a deadline to get games in, and then it was mayhem. A lot of games got in.
A participant in the league set deadline. Deadline got changed.
I'm kind of Sam's commissioner. I'm kind of like silent commissioner, but I'm loud about it. Anyway, Joe.
Big news before the playoffs.
Joe's won his way in on day 3, so he's like happy. He was going to be very sad to get relegated and have to commentate and not be.
I think he had to play 2 more games, and he got them, and it was against the 2 last place teams.
He beat Jolly.
No, he didn't.
No.
He's never beaten me.
That was your first
Oh,
win
yeah,
was
yeah,
against him, right? He got you right.
My game ever was on stream against Joe's. And I beat
Yeah. Well, the first in this season, that was your first win
him.
of the
We
season,
just played
right?
A couple days ago.
What was your first win of the season? Oh, yo, you guys had the 0 for 7 bowl.
Zach.
Yeah, he beat Chris McFly. Wow. All right, so tune in at 7 to watch it all unfold.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
I'm rooting for you, Zach.
Thank you.
That worked out. I didn't get too handsy.
Jolly, your goal differential, -16.
It's because he's 7-0'd me.
Ooh, Jake's goal differential, 36. Chris McFly, negative 38.
Ooh.
The goal differentials for our league more or less went directly to what the final results were, so that was kind of nice.
Because winner's always going to get 7.
And I guess you have to get to a certain
You can kind of
number.
see like who played the most close games out of the winners, and I think it's me and Kyle.
The most close games.
Goals. No. Shackle. Average goals allowed was 545. So like every game went to he won. If he won 7-5 basically, or he lost. Not exactly how that works, but you get the picture.
His typical win was something like that.
80% voting that Zach is diabolical in the chat.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. So Bino stream tonight, 7 p.m. Yeah. Be there, be square, probably.
I'm the 2 seed. Great season.
Wow, BBD.
Which I feel like we haven't mentioned yet. One of two.
You just put a lot of pressure on yourself.
If we have
one of two
second.
people that averaged over 6 goals per game.
Anybody want to hear about second place?
8-3, BBD went. Average over 6 goals a game. That's pretty good. Who'd you lose to?
I lost to Shackle week 1.
Wow.
And I lost to Matty Mass in a tight contest last week. So if that round 2 matchup comes to fruition,
and you
we're
lost
both
to
pretty
Jake.
Excited for that, and I lost to Jake because everyone lost to Jake.
So
and Jake was by far was definitely I think he was 7-3 to me, 7-2.
What was your Joe's game?
Let's see.
We should make Joe's and BBD the first game because if Joe's loses, he has to do the rest of the commentary. So sad.
Yeah,
Joe's I won 7-3.
You should. I know that you're the one, but you should be the last game of the first round. Correct?
I have no problem.
Well, it's a little build up. Get the audience ready and prep.
Yeah, it's one of those catch-22s, right? Especially with the NCAA tournament coming up. Like sometimes they air that 1 versus 16 game because they're the best team, but you're also like, I'd much rather watch the 7-10 matchup because those are
last shots fired.
That's going to be a good
lot
game.
Of shots fired at Zach.
And I mean, Zach set up a lot of the technology. Who knows where the magnets are, you know?
I do have magnets tonight. Yes, I do.
I told Zach that. I was like, looks great. I was like, big first game between you and me. And I was like, you set all this up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She's got some hacks.
I don't know where the magnets are. And he goes, you think I set up all the technology with a bunch of magnets, huh? So, yeah. And then I hit the chair and said magnet, and that got him good. So
Did you see these? I told the graphics team to make the minor leagues just look childish. So it's all like crayon and scribbles.
that's vision.
Yeah. So this is the major leagues.
That's
neat,
vision.
clean.
Yeah.
And then the minor leagues I said, just make it look kid-like. Which came out nice.
Luke undefeated, huh? He's got to be.
It says right there, 8-1.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought it connected and was like a childish 0.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
And Luke is by far the most exhibition matches I've played, and I don't have a good record against him. I am nervous about him next season.
Now, my proudest moment of the whole Bino League is I went 10-1 in rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
Did.
Yeah. It's pretty nuts.
10-1. Yeah. BBD, you said you did well, but you didn't in RPS.
Well, I think I lost my last 4 rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, you jinxed yourself.
Yeah, from the moment I said, I think I'm doing pretty well.
Yeah.
I think at the time I was 4-2 on them or something.
Yes. Yeah,
So-
you ended up 4-4. I
Chris,
might
Not
have made you
everything's
4
in
and 3.
there.
Christian Yelich, a friend,
Yeah.
athlete. He posted, all right, positivity and sunshine thread starts here. Saw a cool dog carrying a stick this morning. Who's next? So, Talking Baseball replied, Jake looks like Elton John. That's so cool. So that's cool. So I replied to it. He cut out the shoes in the picture, which we might have to discuss a little bit. So I said, I wanted to reply with the Antonio Banderas gif, keeping the shoes out of the picture. But we were talking about Bino, so I said keeping the shoes out of the Bino. But it still kind of works because that's
Yeah.
the thing with Bino.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Philly word John. Is that what they say? Yeah, just anything.
Yeah. Keeping the shoes out of the Bino,
Yeah.
huh? All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else do you got to talk about?
Let's see. Today is Wednesday. Baseball locked out. Went to Coral Gables over the weekend.
So, wait, you said someone explain the difference between Erica and Dan.
You lose points. You lose points for a tie.
Oh, we did not explain that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if you tie, it's minus a point. You got to show up.
You have to play your game.
If
I was
you
disappointed in Dan right now.
if you lose, it's not minus a point. It's 2 points for a win, negative 1 point for a tie. You got to show up to play the game.
Gotta. I know Dan is a young man. He can get that puppy dog going. I see 3-1 right there. I see a guy that could have made some noise in this tournament.
I mean, that's actually. Do you always do ties in the middle? Yeah, 3, 1, and 5.
3 ties at the end.
Yeah, that's wrong. He went 3 and 5, and then he tied. They put the tie in the middle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not disappointed in Dan.
Yeah, I was gonna say I refed.
You thought he tied 5 games?
I was gonna say I think I refed
Yeah,
3
thought,
of his
he
games
missed those games, and I
yesterday.
was like, what the hell?
Oh, I see what you're saying. You
Yes.
thought he just didn't show up. No, and that's where you're disappointed. No.
Yes.
Yeah, no. And he only didn't. Erica was on vacation, so he was around.
Right.
So she screwed him over there.
Right.
But you got to get your game in when you get
Right.
your game in. Now, there will be, I don't know, the minor leagues, it's either going to grow in size or teams will be auctioned. There's going to be more shakeup
Passing of the
My
guard.
besides the
understanding-
relegation that happened. Maybe Jolly finds his way back in because some of the major league players, I don't know if they're going to be able to do next season.
And there's a
I don't think
couple
we're at a point
people
where we gotta
watching
cut
that are like,
teams.
what's Bino?
What is the Bino?
Check out my reply to Christian Yelich and you'll figure it out.
So you want to talk about your shoes, you said.
Yeah, so in the picture, Well Dressed Wednesday, obviously knew this would be a popular one. This shirt is a disco ball, so that's normally not seen on a shirt. I ordered shoes to go with it that are absolutely electric.
Yes, I've seen them in the photos.
The only problem is they sent the pink shoes. I ordered silver.
Oh.
That would have kind of went a little better with the disco ball. So I put the pink shoes on for the picture, but I am returning those. Jess is returning those.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Were they comfy?
they were okay.
Why don't you give them to Ashland? She wants them.
I know. Maybe. Gave her a link. Fashion coordinator Ashlyn. Keeping the shoes out of the Bino. Excited to hear Joe's broadcast tonight.
Yeah.
Me too. I love Joe's on the Bino board.
He's good. He gets it.
A lot of people would probably think you need someone. I don't know.
Oh, that's a great maybe, and that's our draft today. What announcers would you want over Joe's for Bino? Empty draft.
Empty draft.
Nobody.
Some people might think you need like I can see some Bino enthusiasts being like, this guy he's not blah blah blah. But because Joe's is
Polished.
Should that be the next draft?
Joe's is a reactionary Bino announcer.
Right.
He's
living.
No
his-
A-Rod. No
no
prep.
Yeah. And Jake is doing something. Miss. It's truly the best, though.
Joe's is fantastic at it.
Unironically,
it's his skill.
really good.
That's the Bino.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Excited.
Our game came out this week against.
Yeah, any
Average Joe
thoughts
Randoms?
about our game against Average Joe Random? Spoilers about the Blitzball battle for 10K if you haven't seen Monday's game. Do you have any thoughts looking back? Frisky message us said, like, rewatching it, he, like, noticed, like, realized some things. Like, he was almost out of the first inning with no runs.
Yeah.
1 strike away, which then led to just a lot more pitches and a lot more runs.
Yeah. No, it was we knew at the time that it was going to be tough changing the rules, and then we played a game where we did well. But yeah, and I mean, I think we knew up until this point there were going to be some people were going to have to get used to rules, whether it's warehouse or pitch speed, yada, yada, yada. That is the last game of the tournament that was even going to be like a question mark if people would be like into it. Like, oh, wait, the rules just changed and they did well. The rest of the way out, the tournament's incredible. And, yeah, I mean, we're nasty. We couldn't hit you, you know?
No, I mean,
Curve was working.
yeah, and that curve isn't even like the curve that I'm throwing now in the next league. But it was the inside fastball after going 5 off speed. I still think that's cool. I was glad Joe's appreciated it up in the booth. That was a lesson in like how to stay loose. So asking Jerry and all the players, like, what do I do? Because I threw game 1, I threw 70 pitches. That was at 11 a.m. And then at 4:30, we played game 5. And mine and Jake's strategy was I'll pitch day 1 and just kill myself. You pitch day 2. And then day 3, if we're still there,
Let's see where we'll
see where we're at. So it was like, well, instead of both of us being sore tomorrow, let me just be extra sore. Yeah. So I took the mound, and I knew it was going to be junk only. I said it in the postgame. Bossy rubbed me down with Bengay. Like my back, he was like, it's pretty hairy back there. I was like, yeah, man, no one goes back there. You're the first person back there since a massage I got, I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm running so much. And someone asked me, it was like, I had to stay loose in between pitches and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I just had every ball that was like bobbled, I had to just run after. And then like we were throwing it around more. Shit's fun.
Couldn't tighten up.
Tighten up.
Got to stay loose. Big game on Thursday.
Huge game.
Editing it right now.
Blev, Trev,
Oh, yeah.
Vinny, and Jolly.
Yeah. Left.
Rose, it's now day 2 as well. Like and like Rose and Joe's are starting to feel a little more comfortable. And the Rose roasts go hard. We might need to make a montage of like the Rose roasts.
Yeah, it's so funny. I think we've referenced it on here before. What was it? I think it was when A-Rod went on Part of My Take and he just started cussing up a storm. He's done this a couple times now.
R2C too.
Yeah, where A-Rod goes somewhere else and he's like, okay,
I'm allowed to
don't have to be TV mode. And he goes that way. Chris Rose has been waiting for the heckle shackle to come off for a while.
Yeah, he's wanted to roast.
And he's
people.
just been killing.
Dude, he roast Pennick. In tomorrow's game, and it's well.
Should we call Chris Rose quick and say what's with the heckling?
Sure, if you want.
Should I speaker him?
Ask him how mad he was at me for. He didn't know what I said. Kelsey just said he was shit talking you, because I didn't even shit talk Rose. All I said was Rosie. That's mean.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It was like he stated a fact that was mean.
Yeah. Just didn't. I mean, whisper it is what I would say. You know, maybe I was seeing the ball well. I just couldn't hit it, which is actually my biggest problem.
It's probably sad.
No baseball.
Sad day for Chris Rose. Okay, well, you think you know someone?
He'll call back. Maybe he's recording.
You think you know someone?
BBD, any thoughts?
Thought I knew someone.
Oh.
Yeah.
I meant in general, but I
I'm
like
good.
that you gave a thought on the Rose situation.
Yeah, it's devastating. I'm very excited for tonight.
Congrats on your second place.
Me too. And then once we're back from the Arizona trip, we'll figure out the next season. I think it's going to be like one game a week, and if you get
like,
one rain out a week, and we have to limit the
there's
amount
only
of
like a 1 week buffer to like you have to make it up by.
Yeah, or it's a tie, something like that. And we'll rework it as we get more employees and more people here. And then I think for the fans, we do want to set up a GoPro. They're not going to be like full games on YouTube or live stream, but we want to have footage of every game that gets played. Like it's just above the board. You turn it on so we can do like best shots montage and all that
Or if
stuff.
there's just like a time lapse like quick back and forth stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. We're going to move on to the draft. It's brought to you by Magic Spoon.
Oh.
Or does it have to be
I
DraftKings?
think it has to be.
Okay. Scratch that. It's brought to you by DraftKings.
We talk about Magic. Dude, I have something to say about Magic Spoon. You can't put me
And
up
can
like that.
Hold it.
I gotta hold it.
Hold your thought. Chat, remind Jake he's got thoughts about Magic Spoon after the draft. The draft is brought to you by DraftKings, the kings of the drafts. When Covington and Masvidal step into the octagon this Saturday at UFC 272, we've had more Jomboy Jake episodes than they've had UFC fights. DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of UFC, has a knockout offer for new customers. Bet just $1 on the main event and get $100 in free bets no matter what. Could be a first-round knockout, majority draw, or double knockout, resulting in no contest. No matter the outcome, you get paid. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code JOHNBOY. Throw down just $1 on the UFC 272 main event and get $100 in free bets no matter the outcome. That's code JOHNBOY this Saturday at DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of UFC. 21 plus restrictions apply. See show notes for details. I do think we can do a free-to-play pool on a Bino, on the Bino tournament. We just didn't get organized enough this time. But if we have someone actually running the day-to-day of the next season or whatever, and we get all the games in time, I think we can put a free-to-play pool on DraftKings where people can who's going to score the first goal, who's going to blah, 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 and then win.
DraftKings, go check them out. I had a nice DraftKings moment last night. I bet Vanderbilt at the half to beat Florida.
Nice.
They were down 3, so I got a pretty good number on it. They went up, and they were up 4. And I had a couple losing bets in a row, and I was just they gave me the cash out option. I was just you know what? I'm going to take it. They ended up losing the game. So it was a beautiful cash out by me.
How much did you get?
I bet 25, so they offered, because it was 25 to win 58.
Mm-hmm.
But at the time, they were offering $44 to cash out now while they were up 4. So I was like, you know what? Let's get on the board. And then I got on the board.
Is it just an alert that comes to you?
No, sometimes they
checking the
offer
app?
it, sometimes they don't. If you have a bet that's live, they'll give you cash out odds. So, DraftKings. We're doing a draft?
We are doing a draft. I had something else I was going to say about the Blitzball battle, but I forget now.
Something about the rules?
Battle.
Yeah, I think I was going to thank some of the regulars for backing us up because some people just complaining about the rules and stuff. And I mean, transparently, rules are being changed as we go. Sometimes we change rules because there's no offense. And then there's other rules like the pitch speed limit. We're still in the middle of our next season where Jake and I are thinking wait, that doesn't feel right. Let's do this. Let's do this. So we're tinkering.
Constantly.
The entertainment value though is I'm glad some people are seeing past because some people just like bitching about rules.
Right. Any change.
NFL
changes the rules every year.
The people that are
Get
killing
better.
me are whenever we explain the mercy rule, which needed to happen because blah, blah, they're oh, what the fuck? Another rule. It's dude, the MLB rule book is
You saw how many
pages.
rules
See
exist.
it.
Yeah. And we sent out, the rules are, the ground rules of the place are printed out on the wall. You can see it behind the bleachers. And then the actual gameplay rules, we emailed to every single player and played them. So it wasn't it comes off in the edit because we did a bad job of, we should have bought a website and just put the rule and here are the rules. Or put a PDF up. I think we did a bad job because it feels like we're making them up on the fly sometimes with the ground rules and stuff. But we really weren't.
We changed speed limit on the fly.
Needed to.
Because we needed to.
Yeah. Need balls in play. All right. We are drafting. BBD, do you want to tell them?
TV Dads. TV Dads draft.
Classic
Shit.
conversation. Like Jake said, this is an easy website search. What?
I thought it was TV Dogs.
Is that real or not real?
That's not real.
Okay. I was going to say. Because that's also probably a big list of things.
Yeah.
We could do that.
I've been watching Sam make the
I
bracket.
know.
And it's so cool.
We need curtains.
Yeah. Or a camera that goes that way. So like a spy cam.
Great camera.
Yeah. No, this is a good topic. Oh, I got to mute the chat.
Chat,
Yeah, I just saw something.
Easiest thing to Google.
Yeah,
of
a
the
lot. It's
drafts
a
we've
conversation
done.
everyone has. Now, you can go a ton of different ways with this. Everyone has different.
Right.
Everyone has different
Do
shows.
we want to talk about that?
Everyone has different shows. Everyone has different things they like. Well, I don't think there's going to be any illegal picks. Is that what you're worried about?
Okay.
I thought I was gonna find more picks I could try as funny business picks. I mean, not to leak myself, but I don't. I don't have any funny business happening.
Me neither. I'm interested to see if there's one. 4 or 5 rounds.
I could do either.
Jake? For this one, 4 seems cleaner.
I could see us getting to 5 pretty easy.
You can start at 4. And
We
like
usually
often
start at
do,
4.
Okay.
Yeah.
expand if we feel like we're.
Okay. I didn't do a lot of research because my top 4, actually I have a top 5, but there's 4 are like instant in my head. I've thought about this a lot. Those are my guys. I'm sure some will get stolen. But then I went to all the websites to find floaters to be like, okay, well, if I get some snake, let's build a reserve tank. And I didn't like any of the ones on the websites. Like Walter White was on a list, and it's like,
yeah, what was that
what
about?
the fuck are you talking about? How could we be on best dad list?
Like,
and then
it
they
could be
had
your
like Frank from
favorite?
Shameless, and I was like, what are you guys doing? Who I had dinner with, William H. Macy.
Right. Well, I guess that's the thing. There's some entertainment value with these dads. So is it how much you enjoyed these dads? Is it how good they are at being a dad? That's where I think there's some wiggle room.
I'll just be honest with you. I only thought of it as how good they are at being a dad.
I mean, that's kind of why I wanted to. That's the funny business area. There's
Everyone-
a lot of great characters that are dads.
Like when I was making my board, it's like everyone has to either be like a great father or wildly entertaining.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think you can find your mix.
It's
when
like
I looked
there's a
at it, I was
mental
like,
rubric you
good,
gotta fill
good
out.
dads.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a mental rubric to be sorted with yourself.
Now, let's play our sound effects that we always play.
Yep.
That.
Time for the draft. Everyone write down a number. I don't have a pen around me.
And
Jake,
I
you have a
no
pen?
spare pens.
You write one down and then you pass it, dog.
Give me that piece of paper. What number should I put down?
One that you believe in.
Interesting.
I think you should put a number down that you believe in. Okay. Now, does anyone want to trade for my potential spot?
I'd like to see how the lottery shakes out.
Okay. Well, offers off the table then. You can trade now if you want.
You might. I mean,
I'm
you
good.
might find yourself wanting to trade them.
Good.
Random number. Random name generator isn't what I wanted. I
Some
wanted
good random names, though.
Dawn Carpenter.
Yeah, that one jumped out. That was the one I read.
Nice. 1 through 100, and the number is, I wrote down 61, just to let you guys know.
31.
22.
So I win.
Yeah.
I win. I win.
What do you think you want here?
Um,
Do you go 3-4 because you have 4 names, so you guarantee get 2 of those?
yes.
Helpful.
Yes. I'm taking the wraparound.
BBD, I think you have your option.
Yes, because I did number 31. I could. I'll go to the middle.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh,
Now,
goodness.
people have been telling me that I can insert a graph in the docs.
Ooh, doc graph.
They're like, you can just do a thing in the thing. And I'm like, okay.
Doc graph. What we'll say.
Look at that.
Incredible. Technology really is the 9th wonder of the world.
This is the correct order, Jake. You chose to go first.
I did.
Cool. Look at that. We've done it, man.
We're there.
I feel accomplished. People are going to be ecstatic by this.
I'm a little bummed out by it.
I don't love it either.
I'll be honest. I kind of liked our system.
I liked our system.
All right.
Thank God.
I mean, I'm with you.
Woo! Ooh, that smell. Can you smell that smell?
Jake?
Am I up?
You got the first pick, buddy.
Okay. First pick in the TV dad genre. I'm gonna take a layup. I don't think it's a consensus top pick. I think it's probably a consensus first rounder was going in this draft. I will take Phil Dunphy from Modern Family. His Philisms, I think we brought him up on a recent JJR. Just some of the idiot stuff you need to do as a dad to get by. I think Phil pegs that. He cares. Very passionate scene, episode
2.
No, I think it's season 6, episode 19. They all go on Jay's birthday trip to the old like resort that's worn down because Jay's old and people don't use it anymore.
The Hot Springs.
The Hot Springs episode, yes. I'm not talking about that episode. I think it's the episode before or after that where Haley is she's dating the gross
Dylan.
guy from the league.
Rafi.
Yeah. She's dating Rafi from the league. He's the jeans salesman.
Jason
or artist.
Metsadakis or something like that.
An incredible character player. Incredible at playing a sketchy person.
Yeah.
And, he passionately comes up the elevator and he yells at Claire and says, how much he cares about his daughter and all of that. So it's Phil Dunphy. I'm getting a call from Chris Rose. Should I answer that? Now we're kind of in the draft.
Yeah, answer it quickly.
Hey, Rosie, we're live on JJR right now.
Oh, my goodness. This is an exciting day.
How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm just hanging out in Indianapolis.
Ooh.
Combine season?
Yes.
Holy smokes. Happy for you.
Thank you. I'm happy for me, too.
What were we? Rose, we were talking some Blitzball battle.
Oh, no.
And we just kind of all noticed, like, the Chris Rose roasts have been pretty intense. Is that, like, do you feel off your leash a little bit, or what's going on?
I think that some of those days for an old guy like me got a little long, and so the longer the day goes, the more ornery and snappy I'd get. So I think that was probably it. And of course, I still cannot believe it. And I know that we turned it into a great little clip. The fact that Jimmy was so miffed at me saying that he was struggling at the dish, that he had to step out of the box and complain about the Blitzball play-by-play guy.
You
Actually,
Earl Woods
just
me.
merely-
You just made me
merely
tougher.
stating facts.
Facts.
Yeah, I didn't shit talk though. I just said that was a little mean.
Well, but listen, our job at Boss Man is to paint the picture of
But-
what's going on.
But I think my issue was it wasn't he's 0 for 3, but he's looked great doing it.
Yeah.
And that was the main issue.
But those aren't facts. The fact is, you were 0 for 3 and looked like you had never played before.
Wow.
And it was
Got meaner.
but
Ugly swings play.
well, all I can tell you is, whatever small role I may have played to unleash the monster that we saw in that last game, I'll continue to do whatever you need to light a fire. If you want to continue to blame the media, go blame the media. If you want to be the Baker Mayfield chip on your shoulder guy, you do you.
Okay. I'm going to think about it.
He responded well to that.
Yes. And I know you as his tag team partner certainly appreciated that.
I appreciate it all, man.
Yeah, I know.
Your niceness.
I know. Do you have any combine questions while I'm here?
Your handshake.
You
Jimmy has the one he was asking me earlier. You can ask him, Jimmy.
Yeah, is it true they changed it from the 40-yard dash to the 40-yard smash?
You mean like as in getting smashed, or like two guys starting at opposite ends of the 40 and then they meet at about the 20?
That's what I heard, yeah.
That would be really intense, particularly without any pads or helmets on.
The linemen are good.
It's rugby.
Blindfolded.
Ooh, and blindfold. Ooh, well,
That'll be the next warehouse games.
how much would they have to pay you to do that? To start at opposite ends of a 40-yard dash, run as fast as you can blindfolded.
I would have loved to see if that question got asked to me every year of my life. And see, up until age 25, it was around 0.
If you give me a helmet and show me who I'm running against, there's a number. But without those securities, I wouldn't do it for any money.
Okay, so let's say at the opposite end of the spectrum is Jordan Davis, who's probably going to end up being a mid to late first-round pick. He's a defensive tackle out of Georgia. He is 6'7", 360 pounds, and can really move. He's not just a fat guy. He can scoot. So we're going to put him at the opposite end of the 40 from you.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
You are?
If I have a helmet on, I'm just going to hit belly, and it'll hurt. I don't want to hit someone's head or their, their pecs or their shoulders. So 6'7" plays for me. I just got to stay low and hope he's running upright.
Well, they always say low man wins and that sort of stuff, and I haven't seen this come to fruition. I'm going to guess maybe this might be the exception. I'm not so sure low man would win that one.
Wow. Whoa.
They got thrown for
We thought.
I thought,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, we got to go draft our dads.
We're drafting favorite TV dads. You got one before we hang
Oh.
up?
Ooh. Favorite TV dads.
Leak a pick
So,
here.
I know Mike Brady's going to go very high,
Yeah.
obviously. But I'm going to say a guy who's a little bit off the board is Mr. Drummond.
Yeah. Andre Drummond's dad.
Yes.
From UConn.
No, not from Different Strokes. It's probably too old a show for almost everybody else. Go watch an episode. It was, Gary Coleman, Todd Bridges, Dana Plato, and Conrad Bain played the father. Where, they had
Rose, you're incredible.
Yeah. That's good memory.
Yeah. So go look it up. Conrad Bain played Mr. Drummond.
Okay.
So
All right, off my board. Cool. Thanks, Rosie.
All right, guys.
See you, Rosie. Have fun out there.
Always.
Bye.
Okay, so there goes the Drummond pick. I guess I won't even make that one now. The chat guessed you were going to take Dunphy first, Phil Dunphy. I also thought you were going to take Phil Dunphy. I didn't put him on my board.
Here's what
because I thought you would take him.
I pretty much was going to take Phil Dunphy in the first round wherever I landed. I don't think you've got your list of 4 apparently. I think BBD would have known the draft gods would have turned against him if he tried to out Dunphy me in a 1 or 2 spot. So
No.
I thought I was getting dumped.
If you had
We
passed
gifted him
on
to you.
him,
Yeah.
if you
No, I
had passed
wasn't
on him and not taken your guy, then there could have been a punishment later.
Okay.
But
I think if Phil Dunphy was sitting there in the second round for either of you, I think you start.
No, he's not in my 5.
that's what I'm saying. I think if you
All
had
5 of
passed
those
on him
could
at
go.
least once, I wouldn't let you get 2 chances at him.
Yeah, if he was still around in my last round or all mine went, I would have taken him. Okay, BBD, your pick.
Red Foreman.
So he's in my 5.
I'm glad to hear it.
So he's a good pick. He's my 5th of my 5. So I still have my top 4 available. But
I had 2 guys I listed as 1-1.
Do you think he loses on dad points for you?
No, he's a great dad.
I think he's a fantastic father. And
Tough. He's got his
entertaining.
low moments. He recovers from them most of the time. But
No, he's just a hard ass. Like if you
Right.
But he's
While you're a teenager, you're not going to enjoy that he's your father.
but you will respect everything he did for you afterwards. Like if you go back and watch scenes with an adult brain now, there's a lot of YouTubes like Red Foreman being a great dad, and those are good watches. Because he usually had their back against others.
right. At
You
the
know.
end of the day, Red lands in a good spot.
Yeah, it was.
But he has some lapses through that.
Not as a dad. Maybe
times,
as like a husband or a neighbor. But he's just kind of stern. Good pick. Great pick. I will take my back-to-back now, and I will be taking this one. I don't even know if either of you would draft him. I'm not sure, but it's the nonstop YouTube watch for me. It's Dan Connor from Roseanne. If you go watch like Dan Connor, Roseanne montages of like when his sister-in-law Jackie gets beat up, he just hears about it, quietly nods, and then grabs his jacket off the rack and goes and kicks the guy's ass. And it's like the coolest like mic drop moment of like, I know what to do here. I'm not going to make a big scene. Yeah, John Goodman. There's my favorite scene, Dan Connor, is when his daughters are rude to the Roseanne on Mother's Day. And he goes in there. And my dad used to do this, so I liked it, where he would like, you just hurt my best friend.
Right.
Like, and now you got to deal with me because you made my best friend sad. And I always liked when my dad did like, hey, I like mom more than you guys. Because I actually liked that. It was like, oh, shit. They like each other.
Priority.
Yeah.
13.
So that scene, those two scenes, go look them up. They're good. And then the next one that I needed to have and why I wanted the back-to-back is Eric Taylor, Coach Taylor from Friday Night Lights. There's scenes with his that I go watch all the time. I think it's season 2, episode 16 or something. He's all mad at Riggins because he thinks he caught Riggins trying to sleep with his daughter, and he's like irrationally mad and like making Riggins sleep. And then he finds out that he's in the wrong and Riggins was actually protecting. First thing he does, drives over to the Riggins house, apologizes. Riggins is like, it's fine, coach. He says, it's not fine. That was terrible of me. And I was wrong, and I need to own it. And it's my favorite scene from Friday Night Lights because that's kind of what like being a dad and father figure is like actually about. So needed those two. My draft, in my head, I'm golden.
It's huge.
You're in a good
Happy
place
for you.
there.
Yeah.
Kyle Chandler.
One of my mom's favorite actors.
How about that? 6'1"
Nah,
from Buffalo.
that tracks. He's got a little of that gruffness to him.
So my second round pick.
Mm-hmm.
So we mentioned pre-draft. I was trying to think of different, like kind of like is there a trick dad? And this is the only one I could think of, and it's only in that the character is known as Uncle Phil.
Yeah.
So, but he is a father in the show.
Mm-hmm. And he's a father.
He's father to Will.
Father to Will. Yeah, that's a good pick.
An iconic dad.
Carlton, a little bit of a knob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Knob is a great word for it.
Well, he was raised by Joffrey.
Don't say anything poorly about Joffrey.
He raised the knob in Carlton. Carlton isn't actually
Are you saying Joffrey or Jeffrey?
Joff.
It kind of is Joff.
It is.
You know?
If you really think about it. Yeah, Uncle Phil is not actually the birth father of Carlton. It's Joffrey.
That's... Stop ruining season.
That's awful. It's getting awful reviews because no one wanted it at all.
BBD pegged it. I mean, it's one of the like most lighthearted shows of all time, with its moments, like any good show has. But you throw on a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air episode, you're almost like, hey, everyone in the room's probably gonna enjoy this, and the new one's like, shit's getting real. Like, I don't know. Kind of liked it not being real. Okay, so BBD, you took Tobias Funke.
Well, don't leak my future picks.
Okay.
Not who he chose.
That's not who he took.
No.
I got confused. Uncle Phil.
Uncle
and
Phil.
Jeffrey.
I checked a lot of people into thinking you drafted eulogies last
Yeah.
A
week.
lot of people really thought it.
A lot of people really
Yeah.
thought it, which was hilarious to
That's
me.
a part of it.
Yeah. It was
Um.
fucked up pick by you.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, I've got a couple I really like here.
You've got 2 picks.
That's a good part of it. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm going to take Ned Stark. You know,
On my board.
dude literally lost his head. Spoilers.
God, dude. I forgot about the first season.
But look at how
Now it's ruined.
Look at how well his kids did looking back on his advice and his ways. Ned Stark. Name still holds a lot of power in different parts of the world. If you're Ned Stark's kid, you walk into pretty much any house and they're like, I respect you.
Daughter of a traitor.
Daughter of a slain wife. Ned Stark. We're fine. We're good on that.
Yeah, I saw him on some of the lists. There's not a lot of staying power in my head because he was gone so quick.
All the dadding was before
It's
that.
It's like the
Great
season
character,
oneness of it.
Oh, Jake shakes his tit into the mic.
Just feels like this is late in the draft for him, and I can get
Way more singing than I ever remembered.
Mm.
But it was good. You ever watch a YouTube video about like the original Danny Tanner? Like they shot the whole pilot with another actor, and then
I
like,
never
at the
watched
last
it.
second. There's a guy who does like video essays on YouTube who shows both and like the same exact line delivered both ways, and it's acting is so funny. It's so weird how like you can completely go from like goofy, weird to funny but kind. Like, and he completely changed it.
Yeah.
Bob Saget did. So great pick. He was gonna go. He was on my reserves.
He had to go.
He's on my reserves list.
The little meat and potatoes lamestream media, but to a certain point, if you're that meat and potatoes, it's for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
He paved the path a little bit.
He did.
Those are my picks.
Beavers.
My turn for the third round. I'm between two guys, and I think one will last till the fourth for me. I want Frank Costanza.
Ooh, interesting.
This was kind of
Wildly
our
entertaining.
pre-draft talk.
Reminds me of a lot of real fathers I know.
I thought Frank would go in this draft. He went in the Frank's draft.
Went in the Frank's draft.
He did go in the Frank's draft.
And I know BBD professed his love for him, so I thought Frank Costanza would go in this. And yeah, I mean, entertainment value, all-time high.
That one blooper of him and Elaine. Did you ever see what I'm talking about? Oh, man.
Maybe.
Let me see if I can pull it up. Because it's Frank Costanza. It's this one. It's so funny. Is this hooked up?
Yeah, if you just kind of straight cover it there.
It's all right, George. You'll just pay a fine and that'll be it.
Why did the policeman have to yell at me like that?
Amber. Oh, Lane, thanks for coming to pick me up. I can explain everything.
All right, well, we'll talk about it tomorrow at the office.
Okay, where's my boy? Oh, my God.
Is this a blooper?
I'm sitting at home reading a periodical, and this is the call I get? My son is a bootlegger? Ow, Dad. Who put you up to this? Was it her?
All right, wait a minute. I think you've got it backwards.
My George isn't clever enough to hatch a scheme like this.
You got that right.
What the hell does
That means whatever the hell you want it to mean.
You saying you want a piece of me?
I could drop you like a bag of dirt.
You got to see the bloopers of these.
Who put you up to this? Was it her?
All right, wait a minute. I think you've got it backwards.
Good scene. I
Good
always
scene.
feel bad for the smaller role actors in
just have to sit
blooper
there?
scenes.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
they can't.
They can't ruin it.
Yeah.
The extras. That was a good pick, Beavers. I think you have a draft. I think you're winning the public picks right now, to be honest. But I have two more on my board. And now I get to take both of them. If we go to a fifth round, I'll have to scramble for a fifth. But I'm going to get my top four that I watch YouTube videos on all the time. And I'm very excited about it. With the third pick, I'll be taking Alan Matthews. I'm a Boy Meets World enthusiast. I've watched Boy Meets World start to finish probably 7 to 10 times. Me and Ritzy did it when I moved to California when TiVo was a new thing. And Alan Matthews has some great parenting scenes, especially with Sean,
Sure.
where he's kind of like, he's Uncle Phil and Sean in a way.
Yeah.
So Alan Matthews is up there. Hardworking guy, cares for his kids. And then the other one I want, and it comes from, this is our first repeat character from a show, is Jay Pritchett.
Okay.
I love some good, YouTube montages of Jay Pritchett being a good dad. I watch those a lot. I guess I really like this topic. There's a scene where Manny's stepfather, he's supposed to take him to Disneyland and then bails. And Jay, is you, asshole on the phone. But he doesn't tell Manny that because he doesn't want Manny to think bad about his stepdad. So instead, he's like, he was really busy. He's a really good guy and works hard, and lies to Manny. It's good dadding. And then Jay was such a bad dad to Phil or to Claire and Mitchell,
right,
that he's got to make up for it, in his second
right. I mean, you
go-around.
still get those days of Jay Pritchett, though.
No, I just
those are in his dad history.
No, I just get Modern Family, Jay.
I mean, you get...
Who knows what Alan Matthews was doing? Ned Stark was having bastard sons.
Yeah, that's part of it. That's all part of it. It's their...
You get redemption, Jay
You get
Pritchett.
the TV dad. So, yeah, ends up in a great place. But, I mean, Mitchell's feelings for all those years to Jay Pritchett, I don't know.
I'm very happy with my 4. They were the first 4 I thought of and that I really wanted. I'm ecstatic to get them.
It's huge.
Babers, back to you.
So do we know what we want to do for a 5th round? Just keep it at 4?
I'm voting to keep it at 4, so it's up to you two as a collective.
I would back up whatever Jake thinks.
Let's go 5. Let's go 5. I've got
Google's
there.
TV dads.
Been there.
All right. If we're going 5, then I'm comfortable going and getting this guy. Now you got a draft for you. This is a personal, just favorite character in television, Randy Marsh.
Oh wow,
who's
that? Stan's dad in South Park. My favorite character.
Those kids get into some trouble.
If an episode doesn't have Randy, I don't like it anymore.
Would I recognize his character if I Google it?
I don't know how big a South Park person you are.
Never seen an episode.
I love Randy.
Yes, I know who that guy is, though.
Yes.
Randy Marsh. Okay. Happy for you that you landed him.
Yeah. Yeah, not a lot of competing boards here.
I don't think nobody's felt too snaked, right?
Red Foreman was he was the 5th on my 5 that I really wanted.
Right.
So he's the only one that got grabbed from me. I had Phil and Tanner in my reserves.
Sure. Let's see. I think where I'm going to go. I think I am going to take an iconic TV character who becomes a dad towards the end of his television days. I'm going to take Ron Swanson. Ron Swanson pops out that kid. A lot of life lessons, a lot of the tougher.
He has his own kid?
Yeah.
In the later seasons?
Yep. Jonathan Leslie Swanson. So yeah, I mean, I get an all-timer there.
In consideration.
And he's, he becomes a dad to Diane's daughters as well. We see that progression.
Xena,
Warrior Princess.
Princess Warrior, no?
I think
the
both
Warrior
work.
Princess. Or Princess Warrior. Warrior Princess, you had it.
I mean, don't just be careful on the Xena shit. Okay?
Okay.
One of the only things me and my sister could watch together growing up, Xena. I didn't hit puberty yet, so I wasn't burping the worm, but I thought it was a good show.
I watched Xena.
Yeah.
And then her, Hercules came on after, but Hercules sucked in comparison to Xena.
Big time. Glad she stayed in the mix, though. Like her. Okay, so I'll take Ron, and then I'll take Michael Bluth.
Yep.
Arrested Development, get the entertainment value. Sometimes he does too much. for John Michael. But he sees that. He's trying to be a good dad, and he usually makes up for it at the end. Like a lot of these TV dads, they usually come around by the end.
Bluth. Did you
say Bluth?
Yeah, I'm not going to talk because I'm searching for a fifth dad.
Okay.
So need you guys to carry the combo.
Davis Wimbledon.
And I love Arrested Development as well.
Yeah, I know you do.
Michael Bluth was on my board because I do enjoy him. Not one of the characters I marked off as if he's there, take him. But if other guys got snaked, this is a round I would have considered taking him. I don't know if I'm going yet. So that's. Am I doing a pick right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like Bob Belcher from Bob's Burgers.
I've never Bob Berg.
I figured I'd be able to save him for the end because I don't think either of you have watched that show. But I like it.
Bob Belcher.
Yes. I like Bob's Burgers.
What goes on with Bob's Burgers?
He just like silly. His character owns the restaurant. Family works and lives at it. Burger place. Bob's Burgers.
Okay.
Just a fun show.
Blind spot for me.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I came into this pretty confident you guys had not seen that show before, so I was optimistic I could wait on him. If we just did 4 rounds, I would have picked him last round.
James, I think
Could be me.
I think it could be you at this point.
Could be me.
What are you looking at? Who's on your board here?
I actually absolutely don't like all the lists that people have.
Okay.
So I am going to go and completely twist. I'm going to go complete polar opposite of my wholesome board now
Love this for you.
and take Frank Reynolds
Okay.
and just get one straight comedy dad on the board. He also funds anything they want to do.
Yeah.
And he's hanging out with the kids.
Supports them in a way.
Supports them.
Yeah.
He did. They grew up very spoiled and
Yes.
they were comfortable.
So he's gonna
Raise some kids that
flip
aren't
my
his.
board a little. Wholesome,
Balance it.
wholesome, depraved.
Balance it.
I think you and I both end up with Franks that we drafted.
Frank
Yeah.
draft.
I gotta say, all of these lists on the internet that are like best TV dads, they're just naming TV dads.
Yeah.
Like they have
They're naming
Don
characters.
Draper.
Well,
on
that's
there.
Characters
where
that are
there's
dads on TV.
Yeah, that's where it's a discussion of
But like Don Draper, like just don't put him on. Like
Right.
if you're putting him on a dad's list, you're putting him on there for his dadding, and he's an awful dad.
I mean, that's the conversation. There's
Yeah.
a lot of entertaining TV dads, a la Frank Reynolds.
Like just because they're a dad doesn't mean they get to go on the list. Because that's just like kind of like best men list. Like Tony Soprano's on this list.
Right.
It's like, come on.
Being his fatherhood isn't.
The point of the show.
Yes, it's not his identity.
Wallace Shawn, I guess, is a dad on Gossip Girl, and he made a list that I was looking at, and I really was thinking like that'd be funny to do,
Good content.
but I didn't. All right, I missed a lot of picks while I was.
Are you a Seventh
searching.
Heaven guy?
I watched a lot of Seventh Heaven, but that dude, you can't take him because he's a pedophile in real life.
Okay.
So
That is tough.
There's another show with Seventh Heaven at the time.
Party of Five, no dad. Parents
No,
died in that show.
No, it wasn't Party of Five. It was more family oriented. I'll figure it out.
Party of Five was family. I think that was the WB. It was Party of Five, Seventh Heaven, and then Seventh Heaven went off the air, and they brought in Everwood to try and get that family vibe. So yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Did watch a good amount of Seventh Heaven. I asked my mom recently, like, why did you watch this? And she was like, whatever, it was on. Step by Step, Dad. I rewatched some Step by Step recently because I like the cousins bad. Sam Elliott in that farm show, The Ranch. I'm looking at the chat now.
Okay.
Al Bundy.
Is The Ranch good?
I've watched it all. No.
Okay.
Actually, I stopped watching after they had to switch the cast because of Hyde.
Tough. Dawson's Creek was the show I was thinking of.
Oh. That was on around that time. I think it was Dawson's Creek Party of Five, were the back-to-back programs.
Maybe. That's just what I was thinking of.
No good dads in Dawson's Creek. Dawson's dad, kind of a dweeb.
I saw Tim Allen, Home Improvement. But
That
like,
dude,
not
that made it like a lot of top lists.
not a good... Well...
No, not really.
not
I'd
like
have to
a
rewatch,
specifically
and the one time we
Adam
rewatched,
watched.
Not a
we
real
couldn't get
human.
through it. Yeah.
We tried to rewatch an episode of Home Improvement, and by God, it was awful.
That was tough.
Jake and I were like, yeah, let's laugh at some old school jokes and have some fun. People like this show. Let's try it out. And we were like high on the couch, so it was like, should be laughing at anything.
Seemed like a...
And it was like when some of the videos where Jake and I are watching that TikTok video, where that video on this channel where it's like Jimmy and Jake watch TikToks and we're just kind of in silence, like, what is this?
Yeah.
It wasn't even like entertainingly bad.
No. Which the nanny is
we
entertainingly
watched.
bad.
Yeah.
Hopefully the nanny's on when we go to Arizona at some point.
Did Carl Winslow go? No.
No, so I had a lot of pander picks like in the chamber.
Him
Like
and
Homer
Bundy.
Simpson, Carl Winslow, Malcolm in the Middle. And I was going through my head, like, should I pick these? Because I know the audience is just going to love them, but I don't really engage with, I don't know those shows that well. Dr. Eli Gemstone, that'd be great.
Was the guy that did Blue's Clues, was he Blue's dad?
Hey, I have no idea. I don't like.
Was Steve Blue's dad, owner?
I mean, I
don't
guess
get
in
fucking crass with us.
in the way.
But isn't
Owner.
I mean,
a
I know he's
dog?
not like his paternal.
Yeah, not biologically.
But isn't it
It's
also
like an
a
Uncle
dog?
Phil thing.
Yeah.
His
Dog
dad
thing.
to that dog.
He's the owner of the dog.
Yeah,
Dad,
like he was
parent to
dog.
it. Teaches him things.
I
Dog
don't
also
know.
teaches him things.
Sometimes.
Carl Winslow and Al Bundy were the two that I had. They were like, they're iconic dads, but I never watched those shows.
Yeah.
So it's like I just can't do it.
Yeah, I'm actually for me personally, I love my board.
It's huge. That's
I would if I got Red Foreman, that was all I prepped. Go watch some YouTube videos. Best dad moments for Jay Pritchett,
Or our characters.
Dan Connor. I don't know. Yeah, if they exist. Do they exist? Phil Dunphy definitely exists. Danny Tanner definitely exists.
Ned Stark. Seasons of it. Michael Bluth, definitely.
Uncle Phil.
Doesn't look like for Ned Stark they exist.
Oh, it's on HBO Go.
Michael. How long was Swanson a dad for?
I mean, towards the end, again, if you add
It's like the last
Diana's
season.
kids, that extends it a little bit.
Yeah, he becomes a stepfather.
Michael Bluth, no dad moments montages. They just haven't been made yet.
I remember when Jake, before the Danny Tanner pick, you mentioned him being an iconic dad. And I thought you were going to go Al Bundy. And I thought I was going to be able to snake Danny Tanner and have a 1, 2, 3 of Red Foreman, Uncle Phil, Danny Tanner.
That would have been amazing.
I wasn't going to pass on him a third time.
You know what? I watched a lot of that show and remember nothing.
A Full House?
No. Al Bundy.
Mm.
Love and marriage. Like, I've watched a lot of that show.
You know, there's certain when you sometimes I think about old shows. It was like this for Seinfeld before I rewatched it. I think I said this on there. I just always somehow it felt like whenever it was on TV, I was watching the episode where Kramer takes the car and tries to run out of gas. And for Married with Children, it was when he kicks the fat women out of the. There's a fat women protest against Al Bundy because he's putting their shoes on wrong or being rude, not selling them shoes because they don't fit. Forget the episode. But I just feel like every time I would watch it, it was that episode.
Yeah. I only have one scene from that show in my head, and it's Al Bundy in a shoe store.
What's going on in the shoe store?
I don't even remember.
Is it the fat woman thing? He worked at a shoe store.
Right. So I know that.
There's a lot of episodes with that.
So I just remembered like half the episodes.
Yeah. You remember all of them, turns out.
Excuse me, but am I invisible?
Possibly from Pluto.
I want a balloon.
You've already got one.
Jumping must have expanded my foot.
And I see you must have fallen on your butt a time or two.
And I mean, this is
Dare
basically.
you say that to my face?
Well, I'd say it behind your back, but my car's only got half a tank again.
Just about had enough of you.
Well, you wouldn't say that if I came with fries and a medium drink.
This is basically a young Jay Pritchard.
Yeah. Maybe that's why he didn't go. I already got Jay.
People are saying.
All right. That was brought to you by Magic Spoon. Jake has something he wants to tell you about Magic Spoon.
Jim, Magic Spoon.
Guilt-free cereal for adults.
Healthy. Someone in the Talkin' Baseball chat this morning said Jake looks like the Magic Spoon spoon.
Oh, yeah, you do.
And I do. And I do.
You do, if it wasn't washed for a while.
Yeah, if it had a little schmutz on it from eating,
All the magic.
all the Magic Spoon you're consuming.
0 grams of sugar, 14 grams of protein, only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving, only 140 calories a serving. It's keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, low-carb. You can build your own box with available flavors. They also have the happiness guarantee, so if you don't like it, you can return it, get your money back. And if you do want it, go to magicspoon.com/JohnBoy to grab a custom bundle of cereal and start your new year off right. And be sure to use our promo code JohnBoy at checkout to save $5 off your order. I should have a shipment coming soon, which I'm excited about.
Huge Magic
Huge
Spoon.
news about
Go
that.
get some.
Just look at now.
I had Dr. Cox on my board.
When you said funny business, that was immediately
Where
what
you
I
went?
thought of. Because I know you've been watching Scrubs forever, and I know
Sure.
you're a big Dr. Cox fan.
Well, Turk could have also landed there.
He has kids eventually?
Pretty like season 4 out of
4 out of 8,
seasons.
whatever it is.
Are there episodes of, like, are his kids part of the show?
Him like navigating fatherhood and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like a big plot
Navigating
point.
early fatherhood.
Cool. I haven't rewatched Scrubs in a...
Yeah, I mean, you could
Dr.
start
Cox
going
does have a kid for himself.
into a lot of these good shows. You can fall into where like Cam or Mitchell from Modern
No,
Family.
Lily
Okay?
sucks so bad you can't even take him. Like anything, she is the worst character on the show.
I thought basically any of the
It's kinda
dads
the
in
Uncle
Modern
Phil.
Family were worthy of consideration.
Tobias Funke would have been a joke pick, as would have Job. And yeah, I think that's most of my board.
Nice. Good draft. Good job, everyone.
Dads.
What are they good for? Boom, 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 boom. Are we playing match 5 or no?
I don't believe that was in the plans for today. I mean, we could play on our own accord. I'm looking at the
No.
box.
How long?
Wow.
How long's the app been?
Only buck 16.
Okay. Do you want to play just the three of
There's
us?
some news.
We
in
do
there
that.
if
We
you
can do
wanna
some
look at it.
news.
Is there any news?
I put stuff in there.
There's a war going on.
Oh.
Yeah. You guys know anything about it?
I did. I educated myself because I knew zero about anything. Like I knew like absolutely nothing, and I was like I should know something. So I think it was Saturday morning. I was up before Katie and the baby, and I just did like a whole deep dive on Wikipedia, on news, on Reddit, just kind of like the background. And then Katie woke up, and I was like, "Hey, I know some stuff now."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Yeah,
That's good.
catch me up. Like I want to be in the know." Situation: their president playing the president of Ukraine on TV. Did you guys know that?
The president of the Ukraine, what he's up to? What's the
I
question?
saw somebody said I look like him.
Do you know his history? How he got elected?
Zelensky. No, I don't know how he got elected. I
Okay,
know
so
some of the recent
It would be
Trump
like
Biden
if
stuff.
Martin Sheen, when he played President Bartlett in West Wing,
Sure.
if 3 years of that show, if the America was like, well, yeah, this guy's
Can
an
play the
awesome
part.
president. let's just get him. And then Martin Sheen, the actor, became president. So he started a show. He was kind of like a Jon Stewart, like political, like ripping on blah, blah, had a production company, started a show called Servant of the People or Service of the People. And the show is about a history teacher who makes a rant about the current government, and it goes viral, so popular that he gets elected president of the Ukraine. So he plays president of the Ukraine in the show. That ran from 2016 to 2019. Show ended because he got elected president of the Ukraine because his show, ripping the government, kind of went viral.
Yeah.
And then it turns out that he's like now an amazing leader and doing like, beloved and uniting the Ukraine and all that. Isn't that crazy?
Not really. If you can act the part, that's like the most important part of the president position.
It's still crazy that like it's life imitating art.
Like he was literally played president.
Yeah, because of a viral video of anti-government, and then he made a show. And the political party is named after the show, Servant of the People. And he like promised. This is a tough thing. He promised to only be a president for one term. It's very hard to change that during war. So, but yeah, that tidbit is like wild.
Huge.
That is fascinating.
Yeah, right. Oh, I didn't know anything about that. We can go to other news.
Talking war, yeah.
I mean, we're in war. It's just a fun tidbit about the president of the Ukraine.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm saying, like dangerous stuff.
No, I'm talking war. I don't.
We all
I don't
agree
think we
we
can
don't
go
know
further.
enough to do more. But
Do we have the new soundbite?
it's on my other board.
Do I have it or did you have it?
I know I had it and would be the usual player of it. So now I'm upset.
I read the news today, oh boy. And not the news. It's 5 o'clock.
Move like a bug.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't have it. Why?
That's a
How come
dirty
I don't have it?
Yeah, at some point I received it from you.
Yeah.
To do that.
I don't know.
Let that word resound.
Oh, here's a good one.
Tradition.
I haven't broken that out.
Mom raises awareness after son is diagnosed with uncombable hair syndrome. Damn. Wreckage. Ooh, Preston's calling. Fuzzy.
Nice.
Wreckage from an 1800. I don't know. Wreckage from an 1800 ship washes up on North Carolina beach. Beef bandit steals $15,000 worth of meat from a steakhouse after interviewing for a job, and a company offers more than $6,000 to smell dog poop for 2 months. Ooh. Ooh. Which one you like?
I mean, you know me. Normally a dog poop guy. Do we start there?
Yes. Oh my God, dude. I guess Fuzzy's phone number is maybe in like your phone number is in a group plan or someone's is in a group plan. Like the name that it says missed call from is a much different name than his name. But that happens when you're in like group plans sometimes.
It's different.
Company offers more than $6,000 to smell dog poop for 2 months. A plant-based pet food company in Britain is offering to pay a dog owner more than $6,000 to switch their canine's diet for 2 months and keep track of the pet's poop smells. A company that specializes in plant-based dog food said it is seeking a dedicated dog owner to sniff their dog's poop to test the effect of a plant-based diet has on their dog's digestive stool. Why can't they just smell it?
They don't want to smell it? Is that what's happening?
I don't know.
$6,000 to smell dog food for 2 months.
It seems low.
Yes.
Not that I need to be paid a lot. Like if you own a dog, you smell dog poop
Right.
like a lot.
Accidentally almost.
It just seems like I'm not going to go out of my way.
Are these euro maybe? We're in Britain.
It has the dollar sign.
It does have the dollar sign.
Yeah, and it is a British company, but it says like the real number is like 6.6K.
I don't know. I guess BBD, you're a young lad. Let's say you had a dog, and it was easy as like firm handshake. This is yours. You have an inside connection, and they're like $6,000. Got to smell the dog's poop every day.
Yeah, I don't think I'd have a problem with that.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't do it for funsies, but I think if you own a dog,
it's a really tough thing to apply for.
Why don't they just ask their neighbor? Like, that's the only person I would say, like, you pay them still.
Right.
But then you just got to walk across the street. Like, what are they doing in between sniffs? They got to drive there just to sniff? That's what I'm wondering about. Like, if you're close enough, sure. I'm not going to drive somewhere.
Well, the owner's smelling their own dog poop, right?
because you're testing out this like food, right?
It's your
like
dog.
You're changing your dog's diet.
Oh. Well, then that's easy. Then why would you say no to this?
So you're in.
Yeah.
Okay.
That happens naturally anyway.
Huge.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that they were looking for people to smell their dog because they.
That looks like the dog food company is offering.
You got to switch your dog's diet though. That might be the
It gets tricky.
I think that's probably more of what
You're doing a test food on your dog. That's a tough feeling.
Yeah.
As a dog dad.
Why don't they just pay one shelter and donate to the shelter?
Might be more expensive than this.
To donate? Well, they just donate $6,000 to the shelter.
Well, it'd have to be $6,000 worth of food. Maybe the shelter doesn't want to eat this food. Maybe the food sucks. Testing smelly dog food?
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting. Some moving parts there.
We got a ship from the 1800s washed up on the North Carolina beach.
Okay.
That's right up my alley, except there's no pictures of it.
From the same website.
What is that?
UPI?
Just wreckage of a ship? Is it just this boardwalk looking thing? That's a bummer, dude. Give me the Goonies style ship, rolling in.
Historians are investigating an aquatic mystery after wreckage from what is believed to be an 1800 shipwreck washed up on the beach at a North Carolina resort.
Why would you investigate this? How many ships are in the ocean that sunk?
Ooh.
From the 1800s, early 1900s.
How many do you think? You were saying this the other day.
5,000.
I have no idea.
Me neither. You're counting canoes, rowboats.
Yeah, we're just boats.
Skiffs.
Has a sail.
What are they going to learn from this? Yeah, it was a ship. Our hunch was right.
Hidden treasure, you know?
Click the link about the kid who's got uncombable hair.
Okay, I don't know if I have that link.
It's the top one on the thing.
Oh, wow.
Straight up. It kept growing and growing and just growing straight up.
Oh, my God.
Looks like a dandelion.
I mean...
Cute, happy kid. Oh, look at that.
It kind of works, right?
We get a lot of comments about him looking like a dandelion, and that's actually a very accurate description of appearance and how it feels. His hair is extremely soft. Also like a little baby chick. It's very, very soft.
Wow.
So we have to be very careful with it.
I mean, they're acting like this is a disease.
Really
They said there's no cure, except that after puberty it just goes to normal. She's got cute hair.
It's really cute kid hair.
It's really cute kid hair, and they say that it's going to be fine after puberty. They don't seem to be concerned about it.
Sharing the moment he was out in the field.
Shut up, lady. So what's the symptom called?
Son has cute hair.
A rare uncontrolled... Do they have a name for it? Because I want to Google it and see if there's other people that have it.
I think it's uncombable hair syndrome. Like, that's not a joke.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the scientific name. So
There was
this
a
is just
mom's
made
quote-
by moms.
There was a mom quote above that was like, parents hear syndrome, and they're like, oh, my God. But
I think of
it's not really a
I
thing.
think of I hear syndrome. I think of The Incredibles.
Huge.
I mean, it's just this kid. Like there's Einstein. That's funny.
Undiagnosed at the time.
That is cute. That kid's got cute hair.
Yeah, I mean, kid just has cute hair, and they put it. They made an article out of it.
Yeah, good for them. All right, we're gonna record like.
Gotta read something.
Oh, Roman.
Yeah.
Timers on the clock. When the moment arrives for intimacy, you need to be Roman ready. Whether you've been in a relationship for years or just getting started, having the confidence that comes from preparation means you're free to enjoy the moment when the moment comes. Even though you're far from ordinary, the truth is that ED is really common. In fact, 52% of guys aged 40 to 70 experience some form of erectile dysfunction. Go to GetRoman.com/JJR now to speak to a U.S. licensed healthcare professional about erectile dysfunction and get $15 off your first month of treatment. Whole process is straightforward, convenient, and discreet. Getting started is simple. Just go to GetRoman.com/JJR and complete an online visit. Take care of your ED without leaving home.
And it's pretty much like ancient Rome, Roman knows, Trevor Plouffe, get a boner, GetRoman.com.
Not talking about his sex life anymore.
He's not.
He's not. You are. Okay, that's fair.
We can do as much as we want.
That's fair. All right. Are you, we got to do like 4 play-ins and then the Bino night.
It's a big night. It's a big night. Interested to see what are we doing for plane watchings?
Well, Zach has to set up and then leave, I think, because he's got
he and
Bino
I
to set
gotta
up.
set up
So we're
other
on our
stuff.
own. So I think we're going to do, we had said we were going to
Some
do
GeoGuessr, some
GeoGuessr
new
and then
stuff.
some new versions of GeoGuessr and maybe a Sporkle.
Maybe a spork.
Because we just need a laptop.
Spork and spork.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that. I work that in.
I've been enjoying our GeoGuessr content.
It's huge.
I didn't for a while, but the audience liked it, and I was like, I guess we should keep doing this. And then I was like, why do people like this? But now it puts us into a pretty aggressive territory.
Your competitiveness kicked in on it, which we've got that. I think there's good entertainment value from us. You can be silly pretty easily.
I mean, a lot of times I look back and I laugh at ourselves.
Right.
Like when we took a nap last video. I forgot we did that, and then I looked at the
Electric.
comments, and someone was like, I was rooting for you guys to lose during the nap. And I'm
Yeah.
like, nap? And they're like, oh, yes.
Yeah.
Zach
We
and I were
put a
having good
guess
laugh
in
about it.
and then took a nap. That's
You were comfortable, so you napped.
that is
So you're rested for the next round.
Jake just said let's take a nap.
Have all these scientists.
I'm convinced a lot of people don't understand how funny you are during GeoGuessr.
You know, some people think I'm just some buffoon. Silly clothes, jewelry, bad hair, naturally a little ugly.
Zach and I were watching some, and you had some lines that were like pretty like killing me. And I think if some people watch it, they don't even understand it's a joke.
Yeah, almost not a joke.
Yeah.
We got a special guest coming next week.
Oh, dude, I loved it when every time last episode of GeoGuessr, every time a new map go, I said, oh, look at this. And it was killing you. Like every time you were just like,
Yeah.
okay.
Pretty nuts. This game is wacky.
Oh, look at this one. All right. Who's our guest next week? Foolish? It's a surprise.
My God. Now they know. I think we're doing a lineup.
Yeah.
Oh, that Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Baseball.
He'll like it.
Just send him the address of our
worst Baileys.
Mm.
I have the.
Oh.
I'm sending you the pool tonight or tomorrow night.
Yeah, I mean, we should tell him.
I told it to Jake actually.
Tell him there should be a Bailey. Day of, we say we switched.
Yeah, we're doing Baileys now.
When he gets here.
Top 10 Baileys.
I can't even think of any.
Homer Bailey.
George Bailey. I think I'd go George Bailey. Who's Homer Bailey?
Pitcher.
The pitcher?
Yeah.
I knew.
All over it. Trev's friend, Homer Bailey.
No, they've actually had a falling out recently.
See you guys next Wednesday. It's going to be a crazy Wednesday.
Homer won't stop sending Trev pictures of his feet.
Crazy Wednesday. What did Billy Butler text Trev that time?
He just said, like, hey.
I thought it led somewhere.
I thought it was funny because it was like
thing.
it didn't lead anywhere.
Okay. I'll check with him. But yeah. Foolish
was
baseball.
it just he was saying hi?
I think he might have just been saying hi, like, oh, he asked him who this was, I think. Didn't he text him and say who?
Hey, who is this?
It was like Billy was like
Got a new
just
phone.
going through his numbers and like just like saying, yeah.
We've
someone.
texted before.
Yeah, I forget what it was.
That's Trev Hope. That was Billy Butler.
All right.
We'll see you guys at the Bino stream tonight, 7 p.m.
Might have to take a nap before that.
Jomboy Radio. The only show you'll ever need. BBD, snacks and tea. Wednesday afternoon, Jomboy Radio. 2 hours of your life. Drafting things with these short teams. You'll never have to strive. I might sound a little crazy, but it's the best breaking time of your life.